Hello, dear children. Welcome back to Quest Academy, where learning is made simple. Today, we will be discussing about the fifth chapter of your English Moments book for grade 9, the lesson Happy Prince. The Happy Prince is a story written by Oscar Wilde, an Anglo Irish playwright, a novelist, a poet, and a critic. He is regarded as the greatest playwright of the Victorian era. The Happy Prince is a story of a statue which is covered with gold and jewels. The story deals with themes like social injustice and expression of love through sacrifice. The Happy Prince was a statue that stood on a tall column high above the city. He was decorated with gold and jewels. One cold night, a little swallow stopped by the city on his way to Egypt and decided to rest for a night at the feet of the statue. However, as he was preparing to go to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him, although the sky was clear. When the bird looked up, he was astonished to see that the prince was weeping. The swallow asked the statue the reason behind his tears, and the statue told him his story. How he used to be a happy prince when he was alive, and that he knew no sorrows. But now, as a statue, he could see the ugliness and misery of his city. This made him weep. The swallow was amazed to hear that the statue's heart was made of lead. The statue then told the swallow that he could see a seamstress from an open window of her house far away who was embroidering flowers on a satin gown for the queen's loveliest maid of honor. Her son was lying in a corner who had fever and was asking his mother to give him oranges. Unfortunately, his mother was so poor that she could only afford to give him river water. The statue urged the swallow to take out the ruby from his sword and give it to the poor seamstress. At first the swallow refused, but when the prince requested him to stay there for only one night, the bird agreed. He picked out the ruby and flew to the seamstress as a messenger of the happy prince. The swallow kept the ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble and flew around the bed, fanning the boy's forehead. This brought relief to the boy, who went to sleep peacefully. The swallow flew back to the statue and told him that he was feeling warm, although it was quite cold. The prince told him that it was because he had done a good deed. The next day, the swallow flew to the river, took a bath, and decided to leave for Egypt. The prince urged him to stay for one more night. He wanted to help a young playwright who was trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre. It was too cold and he did not have fire in his house and did not have any food for him. As a result, he was unable to write. The prince told the swallow to pluck out a sapphire from one of his eye and give it to the writer so that he can sell it and buy food and firewood and can finish the play. The swallow felt very sad and told the prince that he would not tear away his eye. But the prince told the swallow to follow his order. The swallow then plucked the prince's eye and flew to the young writer and left the sapphire on the dried flowers on his table. The writer was filled with joy and thought that the sapphire was a gift from one of his admirers. The next day the swallow came to the prince and told him that he had come to say goodbye. But the prince convinced the bird to stay back. The prince told the swallow that a little match girl was standing and crying in the square below. Her matches had fallen and were spoiled. Her father would beat her if she failed to take home money. So the prince asked the swallow to pluck out his other eye and give it to that girl. On the prince's insistence, the swallow plucked the second eye and flew to the match girl, keeping the sapphire in the palm of her hand. The little girl was extremely happy to see the jewel and ran home. The swallow returned and told the prince that now he would never leave him and be his eyes. From the next day onwards, the swallow would fly over the city and would see that the rich were enjoying in their big houses, and the poor were hungry and suffering. He came back and told all this to the prince. The prince suggested the swallow to pluck the fine gold from his body and distribute it among the poor and the hungry. Gradually, the statue looked dull and withered. Then came the winter, and it started snowing. Each day the swallow grew cold, but it did not leave the prince. This could not go for long, and one day the swallow realized that he was going to die. He gathered his strength and flew to the prince's shoulder to bid him goodbye. The prince thought that the swallow was leaving for Egypt and told him that it was a good decision. But the swallow told the prince that he was going to die. Saying so, the swallow kissed the prince and fell to death at his feet. At that moment, a strange cracking sound was heard. The lead heart of the statue had broken. Next morning, the mayor, along with his councillors, walked through the city and came near the statue. He saw that the statue looked shabby and useless. He was also shocked to find a dead bird at the feet of the statue. The mayor ordered to remove the statue and melt it down. However, it was difficult to melt the lead heart of the happy prince. So it was thrown onto a garbage heap where the swallow lay dead. In the heaven, God sent his angel to bring him two precious things from the earth. The angel brought the broken heart of the happy prince and the dead swallow. God was pleased with the angel's choice and announced a place in his paradise for the little bird and the happy prince. Thank you, dear children. I hope this was helpful to you. Until next time, goodbye.